Welcome to a video where I shall rank the top 7 imps in the game. Like every video in this series, all characters featured will have their best upgrades equipped as to optimize their performance as much as possible. If you are deeply offended by my opinion, then feel free to try and cancel me on Twitter. Let's get started. In 7th place, we have the Shrimp. The Shrimp generally feels like a much weaker version of the base imp, with his primary only shooting at 500 rounds per minute and doing 1 extra damage per shot. The Shrimp's primary also has a slightly longer reload duration and carries 5 less ammo per clip, meaning that its overall potential damage output is significantly lower. Lastly, whilst his mech does have excellent mobility and is decent at long range, it has one ability that is next to useless, and its damage output is somewhat underwhelming up close. Shrimp sits in 7th place due to his underwhelming mech, as well as him being just a weaker version of the stock imp. In 6th place, we have the Pylon imp. Whilst the Pylon imp does offer a huge amount of potential burst damage and does have a bit of splash damage, his time to kill does suffer greatly, with him taking just under 2 seconds just to kill a sunflower. His projectiles also arc rather heavily, making them ineffective at long range. Lastly, whilst he does have a decent mech, it has the lowest health out of all of them, only having 300 health, making it noticeably easier to take out. Pylon imp sits in 6th place due to his horrific time to kill, minimal splash damage, as well as a more noticeably fragile mech. In 5th place, we have the Lil Drake. The Lil Drake's weapon, much like the Shrimp, is a weaker version of the base imp's primary, except that it comes with additional fire damage over time. However, excluding the fire damage, Lil Drake's primary is significantly weaker overall, along with it having a sluggish projectile speed, making it ineffective at long range. His mech, whilst bulkier with 400 health and a personal shield, is restricted to close range combat, making it extremely vulnerable to long range attacks. Lil Drake sits in 5th place due to his sluggish projectile speed, lower overall damage output, and having a range restricted mech. In 4th place, we have the Scalawag imp. The Scalawag imp, whilst great at close quarters fights, generally does not offer as much damage up close as some of the other imps, with him suffering greatly at long range. His yo-ho-ho mode, whilst it does charge quickly and grants him immense speed and defense, does only last 15 seconds. His mech does also come equipped with 400 health and some very powerful abilities, though the mech does not have any form of mobility, making it slow and easy to target. Scalawag imp makes it up to 4th place, as whilst yo-ho-ho mode may be easy to charge, it only lasts 15 seconds, and his mech lacking any form of mobility. In 3rd place, we have the stock imp. The stock imp comes equipped with a decently powerful primary that can dish out a ton of damage at close range, and also comes with a large clip of 40 rounds, making it very easy to kill most plants in a single clip. His mech also comes with a lot of damage and some solid abilities, making it quite a powerhouse on the battlefield. The stock imp manages up to 3rd place thanks to his good primary, along with his mech being quite strong in both its primary and abilities. In 2nd place, we have the Party Imp. The Party Imp functions exactly the same as the base imp, except he comes with 5 extra rounds per clip, as well as a legendary party time meter, making him much more powerful overall. His mech, whilst exactly the same as the stock imps, also has a slight change where the primary does 1 extra damage per shot, though the mech itself does last shorter. Party Imp manages up to 2nd place, thanks to party time making him extremely powerful, as well as his mech being a mostly upgraded version of the stock imps. And in 1st place, we have the Z7 imp. The Z7 imp is what I would consider to be one of the few true pay-to-win aspects in Garden Warfare 2. The Z7 imp's primary can shoot up to a maximum of 500 rounds per minute, and can comfortably kill citrons in under 2 seconds. His mech is also quite the powerhouse as well, as whilst its abilities may not be as strong as the regular Z-mech, its primary can shoot for almost 8 entire seconds, and has the maximum potential of 1000 damage before it overheats, meaning that even when against a leaf shield torchwood with a pocket flower, it will have no problem taking it down. It is because of these attributes and perks that I personally believe that the Z7 imp is the best imp in the game. This concludes the video, where I rank the top 7 imps in the game. The series will also be taking a temporary break, as not only due to me feeling burnt out from making these kinds of videos, as well as wanting to start a new series next week known as PVZ Incidents. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more shit like this. Have fun.